Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video. And for those of you who watched my previous video on the crypto market crashing, kind of explaining what I believe was happening and what I would be doing during this market dip, trying to take advantage of these low market prices, I kind of wanted to give you guys an explained update on what's going on with the market now and why are these coins continuing to kind of stay steady and kind of falling still. You know, an 8 to 15% decrease across the board for a lot of these altcoins. You see Solana right now 15%, XRP 15%, Polkadot 13%. Chainlink 16%, Internet Computer 17%. We have Stellar Lumens at 14%. So you know what I'm saying here, guys, is we're seeing a decrease across the board. I want to kind of jump into why that is. A lot of you guys have probably been hearing a lot of the news surrounding crypto recently, and that's going to be all surrounding the SEC and Coinbase. So here's just one article. I'm not going to jump through it because there is a paywall, but Coinbase gets Wells notice from the SEC on the Lend product. This was actually posted yesterday. We also have this one that was posted yesterday talking about the SEC has told us it wants to sue us over Lends. We don't know why. So Coinbase obviously getting a kind of attacked here by the SEC, which is something that none of us want to see happen. Obviously, you know, either if you love or hate Coinbase, it doesn't really matter. Coming, from SEC coming in here, and just really bossing people around and demanding certain things. Definitely not something we want to happen. Definitely when we get Brian Armstrong's kind of point of view on it. He shares a very, very long, nice little tweet thread here. So co-founder and CEO at Coinbase and co-founder at Give Crypto, creating more economic freedom in the world. And that's exactly what he was doing. Obviously, SEC trying to stop that as quickly as possible, it seems. So a lot of people are worried about this kind of behavior. As I just gave him the follow there, we see a lot of reasons to kind of keep an eye on this thread in the SEC's actions here in the next couple of weeks. So he says some really sketchy behavior coming out of the SEC recently. Story time. So part 2, millions of crypto holders have been earning yield on their assets over the last few years. It makes sense. If you want to lend out your funds, you can earn a return. Everyone seems happy. A bunch of great companies in crypto have been offering versions of this for years. Coinbase came out recently and said we would be launching our own version. We were planning to go live in a few weeks, so we reached out to the SEC to give them a friendly heads-up briefing. Number 5, they have the responding by telling us, this lend feature is a security. Okay, seems strange. So how can, lend be a security? So we asked the SEC to help us understand and share their view. We always make an effort to work proactively with regulators and, keep an open mind. So they refuse to tell them why it's a security. Instead, they actually, get out a bunch of records from us and, obviously they comply, demand testimony from our employees, which they comply, and then tell us that they will be suing if we proceed to launch. There's zero explanation as to why. So they go farther and, they say, look, we're committed to following the law. Sometimes the law is unclear. So if the SEC wants to publish those guidance or, we'd be happy to follow that. But basically, guys, what you can see here, I'm not going to jump through all of this because he does have a lot more that goes into detail here. And if you want to, like I said, you want to stay up to date with this, definitely follow Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, founder or co-founder, I should say, of Coinbase as well. You're going to find a lot of new information regarding this SEC action on Coinbase. And it's just crazy to me that they, SEC really not providing any guidance here. I do think in the next couple of weeks, I would assume, hear something about this as it's going to make headlines for quite some time, I would believe. Right now the SEC is trending in the United States, as you can see here on the side of Twitter. It's just a big, red flag for a lot of people investing in crypto right now. A lot of people don't like this kind of FUD entering the space yet again. Last time the FUD started, it didn't seem to end, and that's why we saw, Bitcoin tank all the way down to where it did. If we look at the last year, you can see that we tanked down all the way to about 29K or even lower during this last year's dip. So I do think we are going to have a small little dip or maybe even just a struggle for about another week or two till either this blows over or we learn more about what the SEC kind of is thinking in their mind. So we're going to have to kind of, like I said, follow this very, very closely. And, it all comes down to El Salvador as well. So, the El Salvador president, if we actually look through here, let me go through. I always like to clear my little thing there, but let me see, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head. Let's just type him in, El Salvador president, search it, and we'll bring him up here. So here we go. This is one thing that did definitely happen here in the last couple of hours. We had El Salvador president obviously taking action and buying Bitcoin, and he actually, talked about, so it appears the discount is ending. Thanks for the dip, IMF News. We saved $1 million in printed paper. El Salvador now holds 550 Bitcoin. So a lot of people very excited about this, a nation actually taking advantage of a dip. buying in this dip, and that's what you saw, like I said, with the El Salvador president. Just wanted to give this tweet up for you guys. And it's one thing that, a lot of people believe is part of the FUD. A lot of people are trying to, come after El Salvador for getting involved with Bitcoin, maybe forcing people or telling people to sell. We also saw exchanges, obviously. Like I said, if we go to my profile, by the way, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. Also, follow me on Twitter, CryptoProfitYT, if you want to stay up to date with some of this stuff. So we saw some good things yesterday, too, guys. Don't get me wrong. We saw the NBA superstar Steph Curry becomes global ambassador and shareholder of leading cryptocurrency exchange FTX through long-term partnership. We also saw yesterday, El Salvador, we had a guy actually go to McDonald's and use Bitcoin to buy, I think it was Bitcoin, to buy his, it'd be Bitcoin, obviously, to buy his meal. And he had a receipt, and he kind of showed it. Obviously, that could just be media presence. He kind of wanted to just, show off. But realistically, it looks like you can actually go to McDonald's in El Salvador and buy a meal. One thing I tweeted yesterday during the dip is just wait for Coinbase Pro, Gemini, Voyager, and KuCoin to recover. The coins will recover with the exchanges. So one thing to really mention is yesterday, guys, all of the exchanges went down at the same time. So yes, the crypto flash attack did occur. We saw a massive, massive dip in, pretty much every coin. If we actually took a look at the last 24 hours, you can see here we dropped from 50K or 50K plus and down all the way to about 42 or 41K, and then jumped right back up to about 47-ish and remained right around that 46 to 47 range for the most part in this last 24 hours. So I do want to keep you guys up to date, obviously, regarding, crypto and altcoins on this channel. So if you guys have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. I do want to say as well, guys, with 100K subscribers, as we did just reach 100K, I did, recently just put out a Patreon. So there is limited spots for the silver and gold. They are actually kind of going pretty quickly. So if you guys want to jump on board, patreon.com/CryptoProfitYT. Also in the description of today's video, you can go check that Patreon out. I give you guys really pre-sales, really updates on the market altogether. So whether it's a pre-sale, IDO, ICO, I am giving you guys, like I said, the opportunity to jump on the ground floor. With some of these cryptos, you jumping on the ground floor could mean absolutely, huge, 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 huge profits. So I do want to continue to give you guys my thoughts and really my really undivided attention, I guess, on Patreon. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely do so in the description below, actually. And then thank you guys again for tuning in. I just want to say, it's been a wild ride. We've, been all over this really since the, YouTube channel has started. We've been all around the block, from 32K all the way up to 48K, or I should say 55K down to 46K. We had this wild ride of the mountaintop here and then dropping back down. You all stuck with it. And if you are accumulating during this dip down to 29, 28K, you're finding great profits again. And that's what I want you guys to really be a part of, is that great profit taking, that great accumulation that turns into, a high risk but high reward. And I do want to continue to hopefully see this, see this space give us high reward. And I think that's what we're going to continue to see. So thank you guys again for tuning in. I'll see you all in the next one.